Yo, you guys, this is Blacklist to the Abyss, and you're watching my review for World Trigger Chapter 97. Okay, and this chapter's a little late because I was really busy on Monday, and then was really busy on Tuesday too with a lot of schoolwork to do. So, yeah. Alright, but chapter's up now. Alright, and this chapter is kind of a transition chapter, actually, not in the sense that we're transitioning from one arc to another, but in the sense that each of the teams, each of the squads came into this match with a strategy, and now all three of them had to throw that strategy out the window and come up with a new strategy. So in that sense, we're in a transitional period. All right. As far as Kuruma's squad goes, Suzunari, um, Kuruma and Taichi kind of both suck. So they're really nothing without Murakami, and Murakami knows that, so he knows he's going to have to get to the other side of the river at some point to protect those two and actually take out Rei. All right, but he knows in order to do that, he first has to take out Yuko and Akane and Yuma too. All right, so he starts fighting them. And specifically, he starts with Yuko. All right, he fights with her for a bit, but then Yuma comes in and tries a sneak attack to try and take out Murakami, which doesn't end up working at the end. Which Yuma figured it wouldn't work, but he figured, I might as well try. All right. Now, apparently, Akane has both Yuma and Murakami in her sights, right? And she has to go ahead from Yuko to go and take either one of them out, whichever one is easiest. All right. However, with the way they're moving and the weather added in, it's difficult for her to get a guaranteed shot, and she wants to make sure that her first shot it's hits. All right, because you don't want to waste that first shot. As soon as you take that first shot, then they're going to know where you are. They can try and counterattack. Okay, so you need to make sure that your first shot isn't a waste. All right, and this ends up getting proven by Taichi because he's a moron. Right, because what ends up happening with the other side of the riverbank is that Rei is just trying to take people out. Right, she's just really legit, and she's just trying to take people out. All right, and she actually started with Osama. Right, and she noticed right off the bat that he's just not very experienced and not very good. All right, but after that, she ended up going after Taichi because Taichi wasted his first shot and just started, and that just let Rei, well, not Rei, Sayo, it let Sayo figure out where he was. She relayed that information to Rei, and then Rei attacked him with her Viper. You know, like I'm just sitting here thinking, why would he do that? And Kuruma's telling him, don't do that. And he's like, oh no, it's fine. It's fine with the weather. She won't be able to find me anyway. Both him and whoever their operator is, I forgot, Cone, whatever, right? Both both of them, man. How could their operator not tell them, listen, Taiji, don't shoot, because even if she doesn't know your exact location, if as long as she knows you're on top of building X over there, she can just send a bunch of bullets over to the top of building X, and and she has a good chance of hitting you. All right, so don't don't do that. Right, which is exactly Sayo ended up figuring out, like using the trajectory of the bullet, finding out exactly where he was, and then Rei ended up attacking him. And if it wasn't for Kuruma putting up that shield, Taichi would have been done. All right, so the point of this is to show that Akane can't waste her first shot. Right. Same with Chika, actually. Chika can't waste her shot either. All right, because Osama ends up coming up with a plan for him and Yuma and Chika. All right, for Chika, he wants her to prioritize finding out the locations of Taichi and Kuruma. That way, Osama himself can go after them and get points for the team. All right, but he also wants her to not be seen, obviously, because Rei is very skilled, and if she does find Chika, then that's it for her, because those bullets are surprisingly fast, according to him. All right, and he tells her that when it comes to firing, she has to make sure that her shots count. So, you know, to only fire if both her and Usami agree with the situation. All right. And as far as Yuma goes, he tells Yuma, just don't even think about us. Just focus on taking out Murakami, because right now he's the biggest threat over there. Take out Murakami, then take out Yuko. Once you've got Yuko, then you can go after. Well, he doesn't actually go that much in detail, but you could assume that Yuko would be the next target, because he can't go after Akane, because Yuko would go after him. All right. But it is possible to go after Yuko while moving in a way that makes it difficult for Akane to get to you. All right, so that's a natural way to do things. All right, but that's That's what Osamu, Chika, and Yuma are doing right now. That's what their plan is going forward in the future. And that's part of the reason why Taichi was made to look stupid here, I guess. To show that you can't waste your first shot like that. To show that scene ends up telling you why Akane can't just shoot right now, and it tells you why Osamu wants Chika to be so careful. Because Rei will get them. Well, Rei will get her. Yuma or Murakami will end up getting Akane. Yuma or Murakami will end up getting Akane. There you go. Alright. Now, one thing I want to get into is Tachikawa. Alright, because we find out from him in this chapter that Rei is, along with Izumi Kohei, Rei is one of the two people who can actually use Viper without having any presets. Okay, the way Viper works is that you can have the bullet, you can preset the trajectory that the bullets get fired in. Alright, you can do that, or you can set it up manually. So some people will have presets for specific bullets and then do some other ones manually. Alright, and most people, pretty much everyone, does have presets of some sort. But Rei and Izumi are the only people who do it manually each and every time for each and every bullet, which means they're very obviously skilled. Okay, so Rei got a little bit of an endorsement there from Tachikawa, right? Which means a lot, because Tachikawa is really legit himself. He's one of the best. Alright, so Rei got pushed up a lot in this chapter when it comes to just building up her legitness, if that makes sense. Alright, and the other thing Tachikawa did in this chapter is say that the only way that Nasu's squad will lose is if Tamakoma and Suzunari both work together. Alright? And the reason why this is so interesting is because Gene actually disagreed with this notion. Alright, of course, he's Gene, so he doesn't go into any detail until the actual thing in question ends up happening. Alright, but still, that is still, you know, for Gene to disagree with that, that must mean that it's not gonna, like, unless the future changes somehow, which the way it's happened so far, the future hasn't changed unless Gene told someone about the future and had them act in a way that would change it. Okay, so I'm pretty sure Nasu's squad isn't winning this. At the very least, Tamakoma and Suzunari working together is either not going to happen or not going to work. But I'm leaning towards Nasu's squad not winning. And not winning, I'm leaning towards them losing without Tamakoma and Suzunari working together. That's what I'm leaning towards. Okay. But after all this, we end up getting that ending to the chapter. All right. Hyuse. All right. Hyuse is watching this match with the rest of Tamakoma. All right. Which, yeah, these dudes are treating Hyuse like he's like an old friend who's just coming back. Like, they're making him feel right at home here, man, which is hilarious. And you know, I was caught completely off guard by this ending because it's been a while. So I just forgot that Hyuse got left behind. I forgot to see he was stuck here. So to see if you're just like watching this match, it caught me off guard. Right, but I'm excited to see what happens here, because if Hyuse is just sitting there with Tamakoma, does that mean Tamakoma is going to try and get him to join Border and join their branch? Because one would think that if Hyuse, for some reason, did decide to join Border, one would think that Kido wouldn't allow Tamakoma to get 2 humanoid neighbors. All right, because that would alter the power structure, wouldn't it? So, I mean, one would think that they would want that humanoid neighbor to go to another branch. But Kido, why would Kido accept him? Because Kido, his faction just kind of hates neighbors. So, yeah. I mean, it wouldn't make sense for him to go there. So maybe he would go to Shinoda's faction. I don't know, but it would be interesting to see what would happen if Hyuse does in fact join Border, but at the same time, what would be the point? Because eventually they are going to the neighborhood, right? But you can't go to the neighborhood unless you're an A-rank team. but Hyuse isn't a part of a team, so he would have to join a team and then through rank wars rank up to a rank, because it wouldn't make sense to have him join Border and then have him stay behind for like with the biggest arc in the history of the series so far. Okay, so like he would have to go through all that, but would they like? And they're definitely they wouldn't, if they didn't make an exception for the son of one of the founders of Border, then they're not gonna make an exception for the guy who was legitimately their enemy and attacked them. You know, so I mean, like, what would like, I'm just interested in seeing how this is handled. All right, I'm just interested in seeing how this is handled. All right, but that's down the line. As for this chapter, I will give it an 8 out of 10. All right, like I said, it was kind of a transitional chapter, but it was still pretty enjoyable. Ray got pushed up a little bit here. We got Hyuse, um, and things started to move. So I'll give the chapter an 8 out of 10. And that's that, you guys. Rate, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at BlacklistOTA. And I will see you guys next time.